Before we begin, if you are ready to transform your mindset and commit to the kind of discipline that turns dreams into reality, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now, because the message you're about to hear will change the way you approach challenges, setbacks, and the journey to success. Now listen carefully. Success loves patience and persistence. It is not handed to the fastest, the smartest, or the luckiest. It belongs to those who refuse to quit, even when the path is long and uncertain. Most people give up too soon. They start a journey with excitement, full of energy and hope. But the moment they encounter obstacles, delays, or criticism, they stop. They wait for the right moment or hope for instant results, forgetting that true success is a slow process built one day at a time. Patience is the fuel that allows you to endure the waiting periods, the invisible work, the repetition, and the struggle that nobody sees. Persistence is the engine that keeps you moving forward when everything in your life is screaming to quit. When you combine patience and persistence, you develop unstoppable momentum. Every small effort you put in today compounds over time. Every failure you face is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for growth. Success is not a straight path. It is filled with twists, detours, and challenges that test your commitment. But those who persist, who remain patient, eventually reach the peak where others give up. Understand this clearly. Impatience will ruin more dreams than failure ever will. People abandon their vision because results do not come quickly enough, because recognition does not arrive immediately, because the road feels too long. But patience teaches resilience. Patience allows you to stay consistent without constant gratification. It trains your mind to focus on the process instead of obsessing over outcomes. Persistence turns repetition into mastery. Persistence transforms struggle into strength. Persistence shows the world that you are not defined by temporary difficulties, but by your long-term commitment. Every great achievement in history was built by someone who refused to quit. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he perfected the light bulb. J.K. Rowling faced rejection from dozens of publishers before Harry Potter became a worldwide phenomenon. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team before becoming the greatest of all time. None of them rushed the process. None of them gave up when it got hard. None of them let impatience steal their vision. Instead, they trusted the journey, embraced the struggle, and persisted through every obstacle. And that is why they succeeded. They understood that life rewards those who do not quit. Success is patient, but it also demands persistence. You cannot wish, hope, or dream your way to the top. You must work relentlessly day after day, learning, improving, adjusting, and moving forward. Small actions done consistently create massive results. Minor improvements compounded over years become extraordinary outcomes, and every step you take toward your goal, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dreams. So do not fear the wait. Do not despise the grind. Do not compare your timeline to someone else's journey. Trust that your persistence will pay off. Trust that your patience is your ally, not your weakness. Remember that success does not belong to those who are fastest or luckiest. It belongs to those who endure, who persist, who remain faithful to their vision, even when the world doubts them. And if this message ignites even a spark of determination inside you, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now so you can continue strengthening your patience, sharpening your persistence, and building the kind of mindset that ensures long-term success. Stay consistent, stay resilient, stay patient, and never stop moving forward, because the universe always rewards those who persist. Before we continue, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because developing patience and persistence is not just about hearing inspiration once, it's about continuously training your mind to endure, push forward, and achieve what most people quit before even reaching. Now let's go deeper. Persistence is not simply about stubbornly repeating the same action. It is about learning, adapting, and improving while refusing to give up. Patience is not passive waiting. It is active endurance, trusting the process even when progress feels invisible. Most people fail because they want results immediately, because they cannot tolerate the time it takes to build skill, reputation, wealth, or influence. But life does not reward speed, it rewards persistence. Every setback, every criticism, every failure is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. The longer you persist, the more invisible effort compounds into visible success. Think about a tree growing from a tiny seed. It does not burst into a towering oak overnight. It struggles through the soil, endures storms, bends with the wind, and grows slowly day by day. That is exactly how patience and persistence work in your life. Every day you put in effort, even small effort, you are building a foundation stronger than anyone who quits at the first sign of difficulty. Persistence also develops character. It teaches discipline, responsibility, and focus. It trains your mind to overcome fear, doubt, and distraction. It conditions you to act even when motivation disappears, because motivation is temporary, but persistence is permanent. Patience, meanwhile, trains your heart to endure delays, setbacks, and frustration without giving up. It teaches you to trust timing, trust growth, and trust yourself. Together, patience and persistence create an unstoppable force, one that cannot be rushed, cannot be shaken, and cannot be denied. No shortcut, no trick, no talent alone can replace the power of showing up consistently, learning from every mistake, and refusing to quit until your goals are achieved. Remember, every overnight success you see was years in the making, filled with unseen hours, unseen struggles, and unseen commitment. You may not see results today, tomorrow, or even next month, but your consistent action is accumulating interest in your life, and one day, the payoff will be undeniable. And the moment you persist longer than anyone else, endure longer than anyone else, and trust the process longer than anyone else, success becomes inevitable. That is the law of patience and persistence. If this message resonates with you, take it as your call to action. Start today, commit fully, and keep moving forward no matter what. And make sure you subscribe to this channel so you continue training your mindset to embrace patience, strengthen persistence, and build unstoppable momentum that guarantees long-term success. Every small step you take consistently today shapes the extraordinary results you will enjoy tomorrow. Because success always favors those who endure, those who persist, and those who refuse to quit. Before we continue, if you're committed to transforming your life through endurance and unwavering effort, make sure you subscribe to this channel now, because mastering patience and persistence is a skill that grows stronger each day you feed it. Now listen carefully. Patience and persistence are not just habits, they are superpowers that separate ordinary people from extraordinary achievers. Most people underestimate the time it takes to build real success, and as a result, they quit too early. But those who succeed understand that every great achievement is the result of thousands of small, consistent actions performed over months and years. Persistence teaches you to embrace discomfort because growth always lies outside your comfort zone. When you persist, you learn to face rejection without fear, to endure failure without despair, and to keep moving forward when the world tells you it is impossible. Patience, on the other hand, teaches timing. It teaches you that your efforts do not always produce immediate results, but the seeds you plant today will grow into the forests you will harvest tomorrow. History is filled with examples of ordinary people who became legends because they refused to quit. Abraham Lincoln failed multiple elections before becoming one of the greatest presidents in history. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination and was fired from a newspaper job, yet he persisted until he built an empire. Oprah Winfrey faced poverty, rejection, and personal struggles, but her persistence and patience eventually led her to become a global icon. These people succeeded not because they were faster, luckier, or more talented. They succeeded because they refused to surrender to delays, setbacks, or temporary failures. And here is the key truth. Patience and persistence work together like the engine and fuel of success. Persistence moves you forward, even when results are invisible. Patience gives you the endurance to keep going without immediate reward. One without the other leads to burnout or stagnation. The most successful people in the world are those who understand this balance. They work tirelessly, yet they do not panic when results are slow. They celebrate small wins, learn from mistakes, and trust the process even when it feels invisible. Your journey may feel long, and you may encounter moments of doubt, frustration, or fatigue, but those moments are the very tests that determine whether you are ready for success. Persistence teaches resilience, patience teaches faith and timing, and together, they guarantee that your efforts are not wasted. Remember, overnight success is a myth. What people see as sudden breakthroughs are years of unseen dedication, repeated effort, and patient endurance. So, start today by committing to one action that moves you toward your goal, and then commit to doing it consistently, even when you do not feel like it. Train your mind to endure discomfort, build habits that reinforce your commitment, Learn to see obstacles as opportunities to strengthen your persistence and patience. With every step, your confidence grows. With every repeated effort, your momentum builds. And one day, when others have given up, you will arrive at your destination not because you were the fastest or the most talented, but because you were patient, persistent, and unwilling to quit. And if this message ignited even a spark of determination inside you, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you continue receiving guidance, motivation, and the mental strategies you need to strengthen your patience, sharpen your persistence, and achieve the extraordinary life you deserve. Success is not immediate, it is earned, but those who endure, persist, and remain patient will always prevail, and the longer you commit to the journey, the more unstoppable you become. Before we conclude, if you're ready to take full control of your life and turn patience and persistence into unstoppable forces that shape your future, make sure you subscribe to this channel now, because everything you've learned in this series only works if you commit and apply it consistently. Now listen closely. Patience and persistence are not just traits, they are choices you make every single day. Every time you refuse to quit, every time you endure a challenge without giving up, every time you keep moving toward your goal despite frustration, you are building a foundation for extraordinary success. Life will test you. It will tempt you to give up. It will place obstacles in your path that seem insurmountable. But remember this, the strongest people are not those who never face difficulty. They are the ones who persist through difficulty and wait patiently for their efforts to bear fruit. True success does not happen overnight. It is the result of repeated action over time, of showing up every day when no one is watching, and of trusting the process even when results are invisible. The secret is simple. Small, consistent actions compound into monumental results. A single day of persistence may seem insignificant. A single month may test your resolve, but over time, your patience and persistence create momentum that cannot be stopped. Challenges will teach you resilience. Failures will teach you discipline. When you combine patience with persistence, you create a mindset that refuses to be derailed by setbacks, criticism, or temporary failures. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities, struggles as stepping stones, and effort as the path to mastery. And here's the truth that most people ignore. Talent alone will never outlast consistent effort. The person with extraordinary ability but no endurance will fall behind the person who persists, endures, and improves every day. History is filled with ordinary people who became extraordinary because they refused to quit. Every master, every legend, every successful individual faced setbacks, but they persisted. They trusted the process, they remained patient, and eventually, the results became undeniable. If you want to experience that same level of success in your life, you must do the same. Commit to showing up daily, commit to improving steadily, and commit to enduring the wait without giving up. Train your mind to focus on the long-term reward rather than the short-term discomfort. Build habits that reinforce persistence. Embrace challenges as opportunities to strengthen patience. Keep moving forward even when the outcome is uncertain. And always remember, success loves those who are willing to endure, willing to work quietly when others quit, and willing to trust the journey no matter how long it takes. If this series has inspired even a spark of determination, make sure you subscribe to this channel now, because we will continue providing powerful motivation, practical strategies, and mindset guidance to help you stay persistent, remain patient, and achieve the extraordinary life you deserve. Keep going, stay patient, stay persistent, and one day when others have given up, you will stand at the top, not by luck, not by talent alone, but by the unstoppable combination of patience, persistence, and unwavering commitment. Your journey is your power, and the longer you endure, the stronger you become. Because success always favors those who refuse to quit.